So I'm in Sydney, Australia, and I just had an appointment, and I was like, damn, I'm running late. How am I going to get there? Jump on the bike. It is just, I can't imagine how much time people spend in cars in Sydney. It's hectic. Literally had 5 minutes to get a couple of Ks, jump on this bike I bought for $300 yesterday. Cannondale, Tour de France level bike for $300 Australian. Off a lady whose husband had owned it from near new, and it rides so good. I'm out here doing it, getting it done. People would say that this bike here, we're going to go on a few tangents in this video, my style. Someone said, oh, this bike, it's going to be like, you know, it's 20 years old, it's going to be like, all the alloys, it's going to be all like fatigued and stuff. This bike, man, if you blindfolded me and said, is this bike brand new? I'm like, yeah, maybe. That's how stiff and crisp it feels. From 2004, 19 years old, all right? So it's just, so people say, oh, but there's a fatigue life of aluminium, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And that is, I'm sure that's true at some point, but we're talking Cannondale here. We're talking US made in Pennsylvania, was it Connecticut? Up there, you know? We're talking quality, man. Made bikes, okay? So the longevity is a lot different. You know, maybe the CNC bit at the derailleur hanger there, yeah, they definitely fractured over some of them. The CAD 4, 5, 6, and 7s. But that wasn't an alloy thing. That was just a bad design thing. But otherwise, this bike goes ripper, and it's $300. And I've been in Sydney for 2 weeks. How much money would I have spent on Ubers and car rentals? All right, it's taxis or whatever. It's crazy. Like, it's amazing. So the bicycle life, I mean, you know, I love cars, don't get me wrong, but I love bikes more. And red lights don't suit my personality. Do you know how many red lights I run in Sydney? Thousands of dollars of traffic infringements I don't get per day. I'll lose my license in the first day. Because I see a red light, I'm like, I've got to get somewhere. And it's safe to go across. Now, I'm not saying you should do the same, okay? I'm not saying I actually run red lights, so I'll take that back. I don't recall saying that. But seriously, it's just like the fastest way to get around. I have to indicate, I have to worry about running over someone's dog or killing someone's kid or whatever. Because I get to the freedom I get on the bicycle. People are like, I'll never ride a bike in Sydney. I'll never ride a bike in Sydney. Well, I am, and I do. And it's fucking awesome. I mean, it's better than being sitting in a car, losing fitness, you know? But, or losing money and creating more pollution than we need to. Now, cars are very handy, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, I prefer the bike for me. The car's very handy. I'm not saying I should get rid of cars. No. I'm saying that we should ride more. We should use cars less and ride bikes more, okay? And the reason I don't have a license, I've never had a driver's license, a full driver's license. I had my L's in 1996. Now we'll go back out to the noise of the road here, Canterbury Road. Let's go back off the Canterbury Road so it's a bit more quieter. I want to be a living example. I'm 46 in a couple of weeks or a couple of months, August 23rd. And I want to show people, all right? You can have super hot all my girlfriends over the years. Very, very aesthetic. And I'm a very, very lucky guy to have all those women in my life, all right, over the last 10, 15 years. Very, very lucky guy. You don't need a car to pull hot chicks. I'm living proof, okay? Police. Well, there's that cyclist running all those red lights. Just pin him, boys. Let's get him. It must be hard being a cop in Sydney. There's just so much stuff going on here, you know? It's crazy. But anyway, this bike though, unbloody real. All right, I haven't even given a full race tune yet. But it's just, it's crazy, you know what I mean? Like, the fuel, the insurance, everything, you know, it's just crazy, the whole, you know, car lifestyle. Again, cars are handy, but we need to ride more. And so I just jump on the bike, get my things done, and I feel so much better. Imagine like having to find a park, and the traffic, and then the police, and it's just all this stuff. Oh, am I going too fast? And I don't look at how fast I'm going on the bike, you know? I don't indicate. I ride safely. That's what I do. Am I being safe? Am I being seen? Am I paying attention? That's what I look at, okay? So yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, that's just the deal. I think those police actually, is it an offence in New South Wales to ride in a footpath with a mobile phone in your hand on a bicycle? I don't know. I didn't want to find out. So anyway, that's just the deal. You know, because, you know, We need to clamp down on people cycling on footpaths, holding mobile phones, making YouTube videos. We need to clamp down on that. But anyway, that's just the deal. You know, make your own rules in life, all right? And break the rules, all right? If the rules will help society, break the rules. Simple as that. And one of those rules is, if you gotta have a driver's license. You gotta have a driver's license. You gotta drink alcohol. You gotta eat meat. All these things, and you know, I mean, driver's license isn't a bad thing to have, is it? But all those people out there who think, you know, you gotta have one. You gotta have it. If you don't want it, you don't have to get it. Okay. It's not a bad thing to have, but I don't have a license because I'd lose it. All right, I would lose it because having a driver's license means I would have to be following all the rules, you know, and I'm a bit of a rule breaker, aren't I? So having a driver's license doesn't serve me because it's going to get lost real quickly. When I don't have a license, I don't have any rego plates on my bike, I got freedom to do what the fuck I want pretty much, as long as it's safe, all right? That's what I advocate, is safety, 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 all right? Safety, people, all right? Don't fuck your life up, don't fuck someone else's life up just because you're being fast and furious, okay? Anyway, that's the deal. On the bike, man, on the bike. It's just freedom. Absolute freedom out here. You know what I mean? How much, I'm 46 in a few months. I'm coming up to 50 years of age, all right? Closer to 50 to 40. How much money have I saved? Never have a driver's license. How much money have I spent petrol the last 20 years? I've chipped in a bit here and there with friends, but, you know, it's just like, freedom, man. I prefer freedom life, that's all. I prefer the freedom. That's why I eat what I do, live what I do, vasectomy life, etc., bike life. I enjoy the freedom of being totally transparent, honest with people about their health and fitness, what they really need to hear. Transparency, freedom. I mean, look at this thing, $300, as is. You know, 105 shoot, 10-speed shooters still work fantastic. $300, man. Chain rings, all still good. Cassette, still good. Chain, still good. I'll take a derailleur, hardly even scratched, straight as. Beautiful colorway, you know. Good old Illuminati days. Fantastic. I'll change its bike out, but $300 doesn't need to be changed. Nothing needs to be changed. Tires are totally fine. You know what I mean? Perfect. And this is what I don't like about the bike industry right now. You have people like Zero Friction Cycling who say, oh no, you need to spend $200 on a chain. wax wanker chain. You know, well, these bikes aren't as good anymore. They are. I would beat Zero Friction Cycling. If we did a time trial, if he turned up on his $20,000 bike, I'll beat him on this bike. 100%. Uphill, downhill, time trial. Beat Zero Friction Cycling. All right, just goes to show you, okay? It's more about the rider than the bike. This bike is good enough for the Tour de France. Okay, actually, we change the tires, but otherwise it's good enough for the Tour de France. Simple as that, man. It's and if you know, you know. So in life, be careful what you buy into, the marketing hype, the little funnels to take your cash. You know, we're all selling something, but like, how much money do you need to spend? Stop getting ripped off in life, basically, what I'm trying to say. Stop getting ripped off by the system. Stop getting ripped off by slick marketers. Okay? Stop it.